Hi, Pinky Lee. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Breezy. The free messages, guys, are general. For specifics, I'm still offering those for paid, but since it is the holiday, I am just taking whatever you give for those. So that's donation based. I'm just grabbing a couple things before I get started here. Hi, Paige. Let me see if a moderator comes in because I probably will need to do a list here. So, just to keep me organized. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody's holiday is, well, about to be great since it is almost 3 o'clock in the morning here. This was a last minute thing, by the way. I just decided to hop on here and I can't sleep anyway, so I might as well. Trying to see. I'm going to give it about 2 minutes to see if I have any of my moderators coming because that will be a very big help for me. Unless somebody wants to volunteer to moderate for tonight. And the free messages are just general, so it's whatever the universe or spirit wants you to focus on. I will be, since it is the holiday, giving 2 cards for the generals for each person that I can get to. So you'll have one message from Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle deck by Durian Virtue, and then a card from the Power of Surrender deck by Judith Orloff. Which I guess I could be shuffling. Hi, Aaron. Does anybody want to volunteer to be a moderator, at least until I get one of my regular moderators in? This is just so I can get a list started. Because once I'm doing the readings, I can't really focus on the list or really the chat. Just focused on that one person at that time. I'm not good with multitasking and that type of, when it comes to communicating anyway. Sure, Breezy. Thank you for volunteering. If it's okay, I will add you as a moderator here so people can see that you are making a list for me. And if you want me to remove it at some point, let me know and I will remove it. So here's how the list works. First come, first serve. So if somebody comes in and asks to be on the list, just add them as they ask. So first come or first ask, first serve, pretty much. So again, I am doing, usually the general messages are just one card, but today or tonight I am doing 2 cards. And then for specific topics and questions, those are open for donation based. And if anybody is interested in that, the information is posted here. Donation based is just, you just give whatever you want to give. This is holiday. What? Okay. So Pinky, do make sure you are in here. If you're not in here on your turn, I will call your name to see if you are here. Make sure you respond so that I know to, get to your reading. So do respond whenever I call your name. If you miss your turn, since I will have to move on to other people, just to keep things flowing, you will have to be at the bottom of the list. And once you're at the bottom of the list, there is no guarantee that I will be here when you get back. And at some point, I will have to. I will close off the list or not accept any newcomers. So, okay. So let's see. Alrighty. Hi, Felicita. So guys, I am almost at the well, I'm one person away from my goal. So do again, please subscribe. That would help me a lot. Hi, Felicita. Today's offer is general messages for specific topics or questions. Those are donation based, which for today, which means that you could just send whatever you feel you want to send. The free messages are only general at this time. If you would like to be added on the list for the free generals, just ask and Breezy will put you on that list. Hi, Mania. Merry Christmas. What am I doing? Okay. I was doing something and I forgot just that quick. Okay. All right. Pinky, are you still here? I know you said you were here a minute ago, but I've been shuffling, so um, just trying to check in and make sure. Okay. Okay, I will check that in just a second when I get through with Pinky's messages. So, Pinky Lee, from the Surrender Power of Surrender deck, you have Surrender to Passion, and it says, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Um, So that is about doing things that motivate you, doing things that make you happy, things that allow you to be free and creative, expressive, or creatively expressive, um, and just things that spark a positive fire in you. So just do those things, and um, again, it says get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. And from the Archangel Raphael Healing, you have relationship. So this could be relationships in romance, friendships, family members, anything. And it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for healing and guiding all of my relationships upon the path of love. So this is about thanking God in advance, and even for past things that he has done to help you mend relationships or to help you um, strengthen bonds with people that you know, or even, getting to know and allowing new people into your life. So that is for Pinky Lee. So surrender to passion, and dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for healing and guiding all of my relationships upon the path of love. Okay, so that's Pinky Lee. Um, you're welcome. And let me go to, well, I think I'm already logged in PayPal. Let me see. So Felicita, what is a question that you have? Do keep in mind that I do not answer pregnancy, health, death, fertility, or mental health disorder questions. So mm, okay. So I do first have to see if I feel like, before I can give you timing or anything like that, if it will even come up in the first place. I do have to make sure that I actually see them coming back. But let's see. Hi, Danielle. And if I missed anybody else, hello. So I am doing a list. However, if you do donate, you get, or do a paid reading, you get priority, which allows for you to be bumped up on the list. and get a specific question. And tonight it is pay what you want to pay for one question, or depending on what you give, you may get more than that. So hello, Alexandria. All right, Felicita. Also, guys, I'm doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. Last I checked, I was one person away from that. My goal is 1,000, just because without that number, I'm not allowed to participate in certain things on YouTube, and I would like to be able to do that. They don't allow small YouTubers to do certain things. Hi, Alexandria. Mediumship is something that I don't really. I have the gift, but I don't just. It's kind of hard for me to go to them, or not necessarily hard. It's just that I wait. If they have a message for you, I'll let you know if they come through, things like that. But as far as me going to them, I kind of don't do that. Now, there are times where I can connect that way, but sometimes I can't. The general messages are just general. So, but if you're looking for a specific question, I am taking donations. Okay, so Felicita. So if anybody is new to the way that I pull cards or do my readings, when cards are used, I do read them intuitively. My psychic abilities are still at play when they are out, so it's not just cards. Also, I pull by spelling your name, and the last letter of your name that is placed in front of me is the message that comes up for you. Okay, Felicita, where is your name? I know your question, but I need to look at that name. Okay. Okay. So, Felicita. Hi, Sonia. Okay. So I asked Spirit first if he would be coming back. And this could just be he's not coming back soon, but so far you have a no answer on if he's coming back at all. And again, this is just current energy, but I'm going to try to give you some more insight on that, because it could mean a lot of different things. So let's just do that before we just take this as our overall answer. Okay, I got all this stuff, or all these cards in the way, all these decks. Okay. Hi, Sonia. Well, congratulations. If that's something to celebrate for you. I know sometimes it may not be for some people. If you're wanting a reading on that, I do not address pregnancy or health related things. But congratulations if that's something you want. You're welcome. It is definitely a blessing, but Now, if you want like advice, like, I mean, when you say you might, if you feel comfortable telling us what are your symptoms, I'm not diagnosing you, but giving you advice because I did get pregnant in August, but I did have a miscarriage. But I mean, if you're saying you might be pregnant and we might can narrow down some symptoms for you, maybe. But is that the only thing? Do you have any? I mean, the only symptom that I had at the time was that my so-called period was like 7 days early and it was very, very light. So, oh, have I? I mean, I was only one person away, so not eating. Hmm. Let me do this reading real quick, Sonia. And what I will do, I'm not going to tell you if I feel like you're pregnant psychically, but I could just like help you narrow it down. Now, I don't know. Hi, Dane. So you can ask any question. Just keep in mind the time frames that always come up, and also that no pregnancy, fertility, health, death, mental disorder questions, or anything of that nature. So Felicity, and it is donation based. So depending on what you give is depending on how many questions I will allow. But yeah. Yeah, a pregnancy test is the best option. What I've learned is about 10 to 14 days after you last had unprotected sex to take a pregnancy test. Sometimes it could be too early, but there are early detection tests available. I don't know, but there are a lot of symptoms I had that I didn't know. I didn't think I was pregnant. I just thought it was just normal symptoms, but yeah, but Felicita, ooh, okay. Yeah, it is best to go to a doctor and, get evaluated that way. It's the reason why I don't do them. Like I can pick up on that type of thing, but it's just a bad idea to kind of be giving people insight on that. Okay, Dane. So I'm on somebody who has donated already. So you are next. Donations skip the line and they take priority, and those get a specific question. Um, I'm on Felicita, but I'm keep getting distracted by the chat. I don't know. I would suggest going to a doctor anyway because I mean, I think dizzy could be a symptom, but being dizzy and not eating, that can mean so many different things. Pregnancy wouldn't be the first thing I would think. I would definitely get checked out for that, depending on any other symptoms you had. But if you have had unprotected sex about 10 to 14 days ago, I would go ahead and take a test. I'm not a doctor. I'm just speaking from experience. Yeah, or as soon as your missed period. Again, what I had was like it was spotting during what was it? I don't know what day it was because I was not expecting to be pregnant. But that's all I had was just spotting. and then a little cramping. It felt like a period, but it wasn't one. I knew it wasn't one because it was way too early. But depends on a lot of different things. I would definitely still go to the doctor, even if you're not pregnant, because that's something to worry about, being dizzy, not eating. Um, Make sure you're getting sleep too. That could be a problem. But yeah, so that's just my general advice for that. So back to Felicita, and I hope you feel better, Sonia. This was, yeah, yeah. I didn't. Now I was nauseated. Like I'm trying to figure out because like I got pregnant in August and then I miscarried in September. So I'm trying to remember. It's like I did have nausea, but this was like right way before I had found out. Um, and then like certain smells would get to me, and I was wondering why. Like my senses were very, they were screwing with me basically. Like I could smell things from a mile away, and certain things that I used to love that smelled good to me, it kind of made me sick to my stomach, and I felt nauseated. So and then I got emotional, very emotional, like certain stuff I couldn't handle anymore. I was crying, I was doing all this stuff, and then sooner or later, eventually I found out that that's what it was. So yeah. But yeah, everybody's symptoms will be different. So keep that in mind. But I mean, those were mine. Um, but the real first clue was that I started bleeding 7 days before I was supposed to. And it was spotting and it wasn't normal. So in color or consistency. So I had already knew something was wrong. Well, not wrong, but you know, something was happening. So okay, Felicita, you have the no card here, and then you have 10 of swords, and then you have 10 of wands. um and I'll be on Dane next since she donated. I just felt like I needed to kind of answer, you know, talk to Sonia for a moment there. But it looks like that there is a very high chance that he might not be coming back. 10 of wands suggests that he has a lot of things going on in his life right now, that are weighing him down to the point where if he did get back with you, would only put burdens on you. And that wouldn't be a good relationship. So I would give him time to come out of that as well. But for right now, spirit and the cards are suggesting that right now this is something that's not going to happen, or at least that, yeah, 210. So that, you know, that's a sign too. Um, I would suggest maybe um right now walking away. um um well, it could be due to these burdens that I'm talking about, because right now, if you mean location wise, or do you mean, because I'm reading it like relationship wise, do you mean, I mean, you're blocking your opportunities for him to come back? um I'm kind of confused. You said he's coming, you know, he's coming back. Um, but you have him blocked. Okay. Um, I would say no for now. It could be because these burdens that have whatever this is, the problems is you have said, and that's what it is, these burdens, um but it shows endings. 10 of swords is just um something that has ended, could be temporary, but I mean, I know you say you know he's coming back, but this message here kind of displays otherwise for whatever reason. Um, Well, that's probably what's gonna another thing that's probably gonna hinder you from getting him to return. Like men, how do you expect, things to be cleared up or him to come back if he is blocked? So I'm wondering, I mean, it's good that you sound confident that he's gonna come back, but definitely you need to unblock him because you kind of put out the message there that you don't want nothing to do with that person when you do that. So if you unblock him, this can turn around. It possibly can. Doesn't mean it will, but it can. But for the most part, though, these tens are important too. Just because two of them popped up, even though it's different suits, different cards. As you can see there, you could have. Okay. I would say no for now. I don't know why at this given time. I just know it's things that are obstacles that he is dealing with in his life right now. Now I did say possibly things will change if you unblock him, but I'm not really sure on that because this is kind of right now a solid message saying no all the way around. So blocking him could help, but in the same instance, things may not change. Um, but if you want him back, though, I would try that, or maybe you need to reach out to him. But him coming to you, I don't see just because, not just because he's blocked, but again, there's a lot of other stuff he's dealing with. So, um, okay, so that was for Felicita. So I hope that made sense. And I do apologize that it may have not have been the exact answer that you wanted or expected. I'm assuming it's some type of cycle, being that know you feel like you know for a fact he's coming back. Um, but yeah, unblock him. That could possibly make a difference. And guys, if you do want somebody, don't, even if you're going through something with them, don't block them because you're putting them in a headspace where it's like you don't want anything to do with them. Um, Hi Norman. Thank you, Mania, for letting me know, and thank everybody for subscribing and joining me today. So we have reached the goal. So I'm gonna wait a few days to see if I stay at this number before I make, an official announcement for the giveaway. Um, yeah. But yeah, I mean, in certain situations, yeah, block them. Now that definitely is what you would do in certain situations, but do know that you run a risk of this, whoever it is you're trying to get back, not wanting to come back. So thank you, Norman. Norman, if you would like a general message, please ask, and Breezy will put you on the list. Hi, Lane. Okay, so Dane is who I was at next. So donations skip lines, and they also get priority in a specific question. It depends on how much you give. Um, Depending on how much you give is how many questions I will allow. Like for, let's say, somewhere around, if it's like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I'm just gonna check my thing here, and then you're welcome. Okay. But yes. Now I've been in a situation like you, Felicita, so I understand. Um, the problem with me is I commend you because I was only able to keep a person blocked for like, and don't laugh at me, but for all about 5 seconds. So I mean, this person are on good terms and have been consistently since last year and this year. But yeah, I do pat you on the back for that and not judge you in any way because half the stuff you guys go through and through it or something similar. So don't ever feel afraid to just let everything out there. So yeah, she did great because literally I have tried to block a person and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't leave it there for a long time because all I was thinking was, what is if eventually things turn around and things get better and all this other stuff. And in time it did, but I I couldn't keep the person blocked. I don't know. So yeah. And yes, setting boundaries is another thing I've had to work on too. So I understand that. And I have done so with that person and many others as of lately, just because I'm just getting tired. So yeah. Yeah. Now the thing I have when it comes to boundaries, the uh, most I have to set right now is within this work here. Because I get like, I don't know, it's just complicated and some people don't understand what goes into it. And I'm having to set boundaries a lot with that. So it's hard to do that because people, you know, yeah. But yeah, usually it comes out when you've had enough. You can go through a ton of stuff before you really, really just start to get tired. So sometimes it takes that. You have to you have to get a push. Okay, Dane. So um Dane. I had a conversation. How does he feel about what I told him? Okay. Hmm. Okay, so far, I would say that he definitely valued your words and your opinions of this conversation you guys have had. Actually, that conversation is going to allow for him to share more with you, whether verbally or maybe even possibly romantically. You might see a different side of him. And so far, you have two Pentacle cards here, which is Ace of Pentacles, and then you have King of Pentacles. And King of Pentacles is all about sharing. Um, so that kind of opened up a doorway for him to feel like he could trust you. So I feel like he might start to communicate more with you. I'm assuming that maybe this was about like a heart to heart conversation, but yeah, that you telling him that made a difference because I feel like now you might need to uh you might need to tell him that you didn't mean that because I don't know what it is exactly. I mean, you just told me, but it seemed like this kind of opened up a way for him to kind of, I feel like he's going to try to save that. Um, but this is going to make him come forward more to you for whatever reason, eventually in due time, if not now. Um, now, um, I told him I didn't have feelings for him anymore, but I didn't mean it. He said, like, well, I don't know if he meant it as well. I don't think he did. I feel like he only said that because you said it. So he didn't want to look crazy because I see a new door opening up from that. Um, and I see like, I don't know why, but I feel like that's just making you two eventually get closer. And I know that's weird, but because I feel like if he didn't have feelings for you, I feel like he would have been done told you that by now instead of just saying it because you said it. So that definitely doesn't make sense to me right now. um but I think, yeah, I think that's what that is. Mhm. Let's see. So you also have here the devil. Don't freak out. It is just about needing to let go of something. And maybe even though you guys kind of lied your way out of it, this is possibly your way of getting freed from this addiction you may have to each other or codependency. So it's loosening up those chains. So as far as, even I don't feel like he meant that. But I do feel like this is what it took for you guys to kind of back away from each other. But I do at some point see it coming back. So yeah, and this devil also tells me that um a devil is obviously somebody that can't be trusted. So I would say that this tells me that as far as the trust thing goes, he again is validation that he lied. So yeah. Okay. And also this is about like, sexual um passion and things like that. So yeah, I in the long run, that's offering up more of an opportunity for you and him to keep this certain relationship going. So I don't, again, definitely he did not mean that. Um yeah. So you have Four of Swords, and also, and that's about, like it says there, healing, relaxation, rest and rejuvenation. Yeah. So this is just about taking time away from it. Now I do see it, you guys being entered back into something at some point, but for right now, just use the situation to its advantage and let it allow you to walk away for right now. And take a break and just do things that aren't um making you feel trapped in this situation. Um like, detach for now. Did you have another question? But I think I see why you did that, but trust me, never, and again, no judgment, but never ever tell someone that you don't have feelings for them if you don't mean it. Because 9 times out of 10, and I feel definitely he only agreed just to keep from looking stupid. I don't think he meant it at all. But I mean, there are definitely other ways to make him think. Um, to get him to see that you're not available to him like that. Um, does he see you in his future? With that devil, yes. I'm not even gonna get another card for that because that actually kind of sums that up. Again, the devil is about temptation. It's about being stuck on something for um holding on to something in an unhealthy manner. Um I don't know if I repeated this or not, but like sexual chemistry and things like that. Um so I would say, does he see you in his future? To an extent, yes. Um yeah. Um I say yes, but there might be, yeah. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, that was his way to keep from, I mean, yeah, it hurt him. That's why he lied and said he didn't have feelings for you. When people get hurt, they lie. So some people sometimes in a situation like that, hurt causes them to lie. Um, I would suggest though, you're welcome, to but the thing is though, he actually really believes you. So that's another reason why he did that. So I this is just a suggestion. It's up to you to choose whether or not to do it. Um, only a decision you can make. Keep that in mind. But if you do still have feelings for him, regardless of what the outcome may be of you telling him, I definitely think you should let him know that maybe you just did it because you thought, or you didn't want him to think you were so available to him because um yeah, because I'm pretty sure he did believe what you said. So I don't want to tell him and then him not be interested in the same way. That's the thing though. You got to take risk. Because yeah, while I've, even though, yeah, I could be wrong. Um, um, Even though I could possibly be wrong, I'm not perfect at all. And yes, energy can get mixed up. I would at least take a chance and say, and at least you'll know that's the worst that could happen. At least you'll know what's going on. Um, I would take a chance and let them know, just me personally, because um, that is a big thing to tell somebody, especially if you don't mean it. Um, Even if, again, I could be wrong on the fact that maybe maybe he actually did mean it, but yeah, I would let him know because yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot.